Quack 12 and I am your host, Adam Jamale.
And I am Aaron C. Schroeder.
That is right, and this is the Quack 12 podcast, the most official, unofficial Oregon Duck sporting podcast on the web footosphere. And Aaron, it never rains in Autzen Stadium. Except for this last Saturday. It was fucking pissing rain. It was raining, buddy. Let's be real.
The whole game.
It was
the whole game. I'm going, if I hear anybody say that fucking... Because honestly, here's the deal. I get it. It's like a phrase. It's a thing we say. You said it because, you know,
it's a little joke.
It does.
It's a little joke.
And so it's funny to say it. But at the same time, it's like, no, it's actually causing issues today.
Yeah, it's causing a lot of issues. And like sure there are other issues with the Oregon offense. I think we've all seen that. We all can tell. But dude, it was rated, man. It was rated so bad.
You know, here's the thing too.
Let's hear it.
Last week you mentioned we really had to put a spit shine on this thing to get our set up, you know, near the top with the rest of the big players.
Mm-hmm.
Did we do that?
This wasn't the week to think about it, is what it felt like. Because, think about it. This is like a Wisconsin team that hadn't scored a damn point in their previous two games.
Right.
Not a damn point. And they only scored one touchdown against us, but I think it was a bit insulting that they even scored.
The only part of it that didn't track was how long it stayed 0-0.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, not even 3 points? What? The fact that honestly, here's what happened is I started the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the game. We start our first drive, and then I quickly have a conversation with Uli. I look back at the TV, and they have the ball. And I'm like, huh?
Yeah. I think that was the other thing. It was like even Dan Lanning, clearly, when you do an onside kick to start off the game.
That was badass. I liked that.
Well, and it was clear. He's like, okay, you know what? We need a kick in the butt offensively. We haven't, I mean, obviously against Rutgers, we were let, but that's Rutgers. But it was like, that's been the side of the ball. Like, we need more, we need some juice to start off this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of the kicking game was our punter and our kicking game was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, great time.
Question.
What's that?
What was with all the trick plays in the beginning? Like that first drive, the first few drives were like, are we playing kooky ball? Like, why did Dan Lanning allow fucking homie to open up his playbook to the very back?
I don't know. I mean, I can tell you a whole lot of Duck fans are like, and I'm almost with them, you know. Like, I never pretend to know more than I actually know. But yeah. I mean, I do every week, I suppose.
I guess I do that in spades on this show.
But I am like, can we just run the ball? We got a really good running back. Can we just, like, run it in the middle? Hold on. Can you turn down my voice a little bit? I keep hearing a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, I noticed you.
Am I a little loud?
Before we taped, I actually heard an echo of you. But it was a digital coming. It was like a delay on your end. But anyway.
Well, I'll tell you that this is all staying in because it's behind the scenes. But what are your thoughts? What are your? I mean, I mean, it's so easy to write off some of the not great parts in this game because it was raining really terribly. We did hold them to 0 points for a huge chunk of this game.
Yeah.
And Dante Moore, like, at best, just got a bloody nose. At worst, like, concussion or broken nose. It seems like it was just a bloody nose. But it was, like, it was coming down. And it was just a few little miscues. Like,
that wasn't...
Yeah, like, I don't
I mean,
know.
Was it a bloody nose because it was bleeding? Correct.
Yes.
But I think what it actually was a very broken nose.
Well, at the same time, though, when they were when they were showing him on the sideline, he had no form of like like I would assume he would have some kind of protection if it was actually a broken nose. Like he still had his helmet in his hands. Like, so
good call. That's true.
Not that Dan Lanning talks about injuries all that much up front, but it seemed like it's really not serious, and he would have been okay to go in there. Which it was also interesting to see Brock Thomas go in there, our backup QB from Eugene, Oregon. I'm sure Dan Lanning would be pissed at me to say this because even in the post game, like there was a Brave reporter that was like, "Hey, he did that thing that you do when you're like, hey, some people are saying that, not me, but some people are saying that it's weird that you got this, like, I think he's a walk-on. Pretty sure he's a walk-on. You got this walk-on QB from Eugene, Oregon. He's clearly the number 2 QB over, like, Luke Moga or Austin Novosad, who, as far as we know, should be good to go, but they just don't make appearances anymore. Is there something? Is it like an injury thing, or is it like they're reserving their red shirt because they want to leave and play for another team? Because it's clear they're not going to be QB1 here probably this year or next year if Dante stays, which he probably will. And Dan Lanning was like, basically like, shut the fuck up. he's like Brock Thomas has done exactly what we wanted him to do, and like he's just, and it's just like, well, he almost threw 2 picks. Let's be fucking real. Like I like the guy, but like I think most people would be like, those other 2 QBs are bringing something either like athletically that maybe Brock ain't bring. I was happy. Like, Brock wasn't a negative in the game necessarily.
Sure.
He ran it pretty well. But, I mean, I think it's fair to ask, why is this QB our go-to number 2 now? You know?
I think as the coach, he knows way better than us.
Yeah.
And so, if that's what he chooses, I'm ride or die. That's what we're doing, baby. You know what? I was also fine with it. I really didn't care. Yeah. I've watched our starter throw interceptions in 2 different games. Yeah. I don't care. Interceptions happen.
No, I'm down. No, I am down. I mean, like, if it's a big game and Dante goes down, I'll tell you, I would feel more secure with either of those other 2 QBs. And I like my gut feeling, and I think most fans are like, I don't think Brock fully won the job. I think it's pretty clear that these other 2 QBs are probably looking for somewhere else to go. And fair to them. You know, like
sure.
I'm down with that.
You're saying you do believe Brock won the job.
No, I'm saying I don't. Personally, but I don't see hometown QB. And if we were playing like Ohio State and Dante goes down, I would rather probably. But I'm not in practice. What the fuck do I know? This is the Quack podcast. This is a casual podcast for casual fans, for casual ducks.
I would. While I normally would probably agree with you because I love a good conspiracy.
Yeah, let's hear it. Make one up.
It is, 1 hour earlier than we normally tape, so I'm in a different headspace.
Yeah. It's super funny. That's why we got coffee.
I just don't see the coaching staff playing favorites like that, because that gets into like, well, who are they doing a favor for? And I'm not for sure I've ever. Maybe that's why he's such a great coach, is he's able to completely shield the background world of, like,
Well, and then you could see
somebody's
like,
family friend.
yeah, well, like
Somebody with $1 billion kind of told me their family friend had a kid.
and we've had every single running back under the sun play play many snaps for us, and like 10 running backs per game, except for the highly coveted transfer running back who played like nothing and is already transferring out. But stuff like that, I don't really care.
He's transferring out.
Oh yeah, he's redshirting. He's like, I'm gonna go somewhere. Like, it was clearly a mistake. I don't think it has anything to do personality-wise or something like that. Maybe it does. We don't really know. It's clearly a mistake. Like, he probably should have stayed on his old team because he'd rather get snaps. But hey, let's get into it. I mean, we're playing the right running backs. We're young.
Wait, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I have one final topic.
Let's hear. I mean, dude, we got plenty of topics. We're going in a bye
Did
week, dude.
I love getting to hear some Dad every commercial break?
Let's hear it. Okay,
Fuck yeah, bro.
we have different takes on Grateful
Was
Dead.
it a downer to celebrate Grateful Dad in the middle of the pouring rain? It did kind of make me feel like listening to Ripple, but
Is that the one where they're like, because that's what the Grateful Dead sounds like. They are.
But
there is no band that is as famous. You like music, right? You love music.
Yeah,
You know so
I love
much about
music.
music. Aaron, has there ever been a band that is so famous that can't hit a single fucking note that they write when they sing? Like, they're the worst singers I've ever heard, and it drives me insane.
clearly
It
you
drives me
do
insane.
not remember, like, 97. I'll give you one band
Okay.
because I've seen so many live performances from, like, their mega era.
Don't say Mo Brown's shit down.
No.
Okay.
But I still love this band.
Okay.
So this is me just saying a thing. I think we're all aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But
Well, in like I like Grateful.
huge
There's some Grateful Dead
swathe
songs I really
of-
like. Like, I love like Casey Jones or Friend of the Devil. Like,
Sure.
I'm a
those are the
basic
two. That's the
bitch.
record that most people want to listen to.
I'm a basic bitch. But the thing that blows my mind is how often this band, who are like objectively not good singers, they'll be like, okay, so 4 of us who can't find the note, we're all gonna do harmonies. And
No.
no one's hitting the
you're
note.
so wrong.
4 people
They're-
are not hitting the note, dude. It's blowing my mind.
I assumed you would understand
I know,
what it
people
means
do.
to perform with passion because you do it so well whenever you grab the microphone.
I just wish they would passionately practice this fucking songs.
I don't know if you know this, but they played like 8 hours every day
No,
for
I
a
didn't.
long time.
They played. Did they sing though? Did they sing? Did they? No. Okay. I'm half.
Yeah, you're being. Yeah,
I live in Eugene, Oregon. I gotta
I
like
like
the
'em.
vibe a lot.
I think they sing beautifully, and I love singing along with them. I do my harmonies. I'll pick my favorite harmony and
you
sing along with
probably
it.
hit it so much better than they do. No, I gotta. I like that the Grateful Dead obviously had, like, they called Eugene, Oregon their second home. Like, they have such a history here. They honored the Ken Kesey family during the game.
Is he from Eugene?
Yeah. Well, he's not. I believe he's from Oregon, and he went to Stanford. Learned about acid in Stanford. Then he
Right.
went to U of O. Did a lot of his like writing in like the Eugene area. The electric acid Kool-Aid test like started in Eugene, Oregon, and then they took the further bus, which still resides in Eugene, Oregon, across the country. So it's like Ken Kesey, Grateful Dead, Merry Pranksters, huge like that is why Eugene, Oregon is the crunchiness of it. Yeah.
You just made me remember. I picked up a record at the shop the other day
Mm-hmm.
that is Ken Kesey and Grateful Dead in the studio making a record completely annihilated on acid.
Of course.
And so as the record goes, you're hearing them really dive into the trip.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some music on there.
Yeah.
But mainly it's a lot of clattering around and people just kind of talking.
My uncle, who when I graduated high school, gave me a Grateful Dead album, like hey man, here you go, like this is for you. I love he's an old biker hippie dude, and he had the best response. Like 2 years ago, I saw him at Christmas. He was on acid at Christmas, which you gotta love. I think he's on shrooms actually.
Perfect.
And I saw him. I'm like, hey, by the way, there is this band that many people call like the new Grateful Dead, and maybe you'd be interested in them. They're called Fish. And he was just like, who the fuck is Fish? And I thought that was so cool. That he's like Grateful Dead is his only band. He like that is his life. Has never even fucking heard of Fish. I love that so much. I love it so much, dude. He's a really cool guy.
I will say,
we're brought to you by Acid this week, by the way.
Yeah,
we are sponsored by Acid.
The only part of the Grateful Dead celebration that I disliked was that it seemed as though only our team and the network decided to play along with it. It was like,
yeah. Oh, Wisconsin. Well, they're squares, dude.
Dude, I actually had a genius marketing idea. So anybody listening to this, not only is it cheap, but it's smart. Somebody needs to make tie-dye green and yellow rain ponchos.
Oh, yep.
So for literally this one day, and then you charge $22 a poncho. It costs you about $1.75 to make one.
That's good. They should.
Everybody will buy one.
I should have gone and just sold it. Like if I had like a little cart and it was like on the move, so they couldn't catch me, and I was selling tie-dye ponchos, I could have made $10,000 probably.
Oh, bro. You would crush it at a Grateful Dead show because that's exactly what you buy in the parking lot.
That game was like the perfect time to be selling those ponchos. By the way, what are your thoughts on the unis?
A lot like a Grateful Dead show, to be honest with you. It's kind of like hanging out in the rain, getting goofy.
Oh yeah, like not doing what you're supposed to be doing, like practicing.
The team didn't practice apparently.
What were your thoughts on the unis?
On the what?
The unis.
Again, I thought it was like, oh, that's cute, but they're definitely cursed now, and I don't ever want to see that uniform again.
I doubt we would ever go back to. I wanted, like, I think
the design hypnotized our players because it felt like they were falling into the number.
It did look like I liked them, but it's so I just have such different tastes than jocks who buy gear, because for me, I'm like, I want it to be, if you're gonna do the tie-dye thing, I literally want it to be fucking crazy green and yellow tie. Like I want the whole thing. I don't want it to be black. I want the whole thing to be crazy tie-dye. You know, you're talking to a guy who their favorite duck uniform is the Oregon Duck mascot uniform, which we will never wear again, unfortunately. Like that was my favorite of all time. So, like, I got pretty tacky.
Isn't that what they're wearing in the beginning of that TV show?
Chad
the guy
Bowers.
Yeah.
No, but those are
I
really
think they're wearing something very close.
Those are close, though. I get what you mean. I saw just the beginning of it. I just saw only the Oregon Duck part of it, and it made me laugh. I didn't finish the show.
Because of your recommendation to watch that first 5 minutes, I watched the whole series.
Is it good? Is it funny?
Yes.
What's that actor's name again?
I don't know. But I'll tell you this. It's not a show designed for me. Like you said, I do have a different style of taste than what that show is, for whom that show is designed to. But that dude does really good.
Yeah.
It's well scripted.
I like that.
All the parts are there to where you're like, oh, this is totally fine.
I like that actor quite a bit. I liked him in underrated movie Well, I love Twister, the original Twister with Helen Hunt.
That is not. He's not in that.
No, he's not, but he's in the
Oh, okay.
sequel, Twisters,
Yes.
which I fucking loved. Like, I thought it was a great action movie. I think he has such classic, like, leading man energy. Let's look, Glenn Powell, that's his name. And
Glenn
he's going to
Powell.
be in, I'm excited for Running Man. They're remaking Running Man.
Just saw an ad for that.
Yeah, and that's like the perfect kind of movie for him where it's, the perfect kind of movie to remake where it's like the original isn't, like, you know, it's fun, it's quirky. It's not like a masterpiece. Like, you could remake it, you know, like it's a perfect movie to remake. I'm excited for that. And
it's a throwaway summer blockbuster from a time when they didn't really know how to hit the mark.
Yeah. I think he's in I also saw him in the movie. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. Hitman. Hitman was a pretty fun movie, I thought. It's pretty silly. Where it's like he plays a guy who, this is how you can tell the game was boring, is we're talking about Glenn Powell now. But Hitman, he plays a guy who he works for the government or like the police or something like that, where it's like the general idea is it's like hitmen don't actually exist. That is only an idea in movies and TV shows. And whenever they do like someone exist, it always goes super wrong. Or it's like that person squeals on you, or that person kills you instead. Or they're not actually like a professional hitman. They're just someone who was like, yeah, I'll kill that guy for money. And then they fuck up or something. And so he works for the cops, and all they do are sting operations where they convince people that he is a hitman for hire, but then they just arrest the person who tries to hire. It's a pretty interesting movie. It's kind of like nutso, but we like Glenn Powell. We like Glenn Powell in this podcast.
Is he bald?
In that movie or in general? Yeah. He plays like, that's the funny thing is he has to figure out for each client. He's like, what is their idea of a hitman? What do they want in a hitman? And so he plays like 20 different kind of personalities, and he'll have like different monologues for like.
Does he have like a barcode here?
No. I think
it's not based off the video game.
No, that's a different. I forget what they call that one.
Hitman.
You're talking about like Jason Statham or something, right?
No.
What are your thoughts on Jason Statham? Jason Statham.
He makes the same movie.
Yeah, he does,
but
doesn't he?
I guess it continues to sell well. So
you ever see The Beekeeper?
Isn't that like his latest one?
Yeah, I think he did a movie called Working Man 2 or something. I didn't see that. Beekeeper is fucking one of the stupidest movies I ever seen, but it's fun. Like, it makes no sense, dude.
Here's what it is, too. I think there's a huge marketplace for people who want Steve Seagal movies.
Yeah.
But Steve Seagal's politics are all fucked up. So Jason Statham, let's use him instead. He's super safe.
Steve Seagal, you mean the blues guitar player? Did you know he plays blues guitar?
I mean, I knew he made reggae.
Really? Oh, God. Yeah. The Oregon Ducks. So the things that I liked about this game, all right, because I do think there are some positive takes away, is, first of all, I do think, this is what I like about our team. Our defense, I believe, will keep us in any game to a certain extent. Like, if we're not scoring any, like against Indiana, at a certain point, like that we even got a pick six, like at a certain point, if we're not going to score anything on offense or like driving down the field, then they will crack. Like, they're not
right.
Yeah, I don't think any defense can really, in 2025 college football, I don't think any defense can really hold out for that long. But so I love that, and I love that we were blanking them for so long. And even though our offense was definitely like having a tough time finding that gear, like I wasn't exactly horrified that Wisconsin was winning this game. Like, I was more scared, obviously, last year when we played Wisconsin. That game was crazy at Wisconsin. And I love that eventually, like near the end of the second quarter, it was like, okay, let's get this touchdown. And we were able to go on that drive. We did score. We also like talk about freaking adversity, dude. Like Dante Moore going out. There's many past Oregon Duck teams and past coaches. I'm talking about you, Mario Cristobal. That if like we were having a sluggish start, it's raining, and our starting quarterback goes out, we're fucking losing that game. Like,
Right.
we're just done. And
Yeah.
that would have been a pretty humiliating loss against a like straight up really, really, really bad Wisconsin team at home. Like that would have been bad, dude. That would have been really bad.
I'll tell you this. I guess I totally erased from my memory that they scored first.
No, we scored first.
Oh, okay, good. That's what I thought.
Yeah. They scored late in like freaking like, or they scored in like the fourth quarter. So it's like,
is that when they got their 7?
Yeah, I'm not exactly
Okay.
sweating it. And it was like we got a 14-0 lead, which honestly kind of felt insurmountable. Like for Wisconsin. I'm like, they're not like, dude, their QB. I mean, first of all, Wisconsin's injuries are freaking rough, dude.
They really started leaning into letting everyone understand, like, look, they've already had a tough season. But now it's really hard.
You kind of have to. Like here we go. I got like a list of here. It's like their top 2 running backs, the leading tackler linebacker Christian Allegro, also their top 2 centers. Dude, if we lost our top 2 centers, wrap up the fucking season. We are done. That is few teams. Like no football team on any level is going to be the same when you lose your top 2 centers, dude. Also, their starting quarterback, like really early in the season, he's knocked out. So now they're on their like 3rd string quarterback. You saw how their 3rd string like they're not to. I don't want to be a dick, but Hunter Simmons is quite frankly fucking awful. Like he's not a good quarterback at all. He bad. He doo-doo. So it's like that's why it's also like, come on guys, like we honestly shouldn't allow them to score a damn point. But we got to point out the big man touchdown.
God, give me more. Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about my man, dude. Janoris Wilson, the offensive lineman. The 318-pounder. It was a trick play. He had to change his jersey. And Brock Thomas found him for our 3rd and final touchdown. And then he did that awesome dance. Almost
I
got
don't
a
think
flag.
I actually saw that because
dude, it was
the
like
part that I
game.
remember of this storyline is when they cut to him on the sideline putting back on his other jersey.
You must have looked away because it was like honestly the best part of the game.
Dang it!
Trick play, big man touchdown. It was really great. It was a big moment.
Just
for
goes
him,
to show
honestly.
you.
Yep, goes to show you.
Football's a game of chances. You got to always be watching.
And so we were up like 21-0, and then Wisconsin goes on a 12-play drive. They score their lone touchdown, and like honestly, even going up 14-0 against this team on this day felt like okay, garbage time. Like we're done. Like so, it wasn't a great outing for us, but there's so many ways to write it off. It's also like, okay, we won. No one was watching this game. We didn't even drop in the rankings. Who gives a shit? We got the W. We got a bye week, and then we got Iowa. Also, I loved. Did you see the duck? The duck was really cracking me up in this game. I loved
naked duck in the stands.
When he had his shirt off. That's been a trend. I mean, it's
with
been,
all the fratty boys
Yeah.
being naked together.
I love that in the rain. That was funny. It cracked me up. Well, it's like that's been a trend in college football. I forget which team. Obviously, for forever, probably in 1910 they were doing that. But like, there was this one team, I believe they were just getting their ass kicked. I forget who started this trend this season, but it's this beautiful thing where there's just like completely empty stands. No one's watching the game. I think they won. I think they may have turned around and won this game. Sorry for not remembering who it was. wasn't us, so who gives a shit? Where this one lone fan was by himself up in the nosebleeds, and it is like cold, and I don't think it was raining, but it was definitely cold. And he's got his shirt off, and he's doing that, but he's doing it by himself. And then you saw people were like, that's funny. And just more and more guys went there. And by the end of their game, there was a huge crowd of guys with their shirt off just doing this. And that has since become a thing where you'll see it over and over. It's a
I gotta tell you, it's a smart move in a cold game because it's a simple action that will warm you the fuck up.
Yeah, and like you don't like wearing a wet shirt. What's that doing for you? Plus, we got to see the Ducks bod, and he's looking good for his age.
Looking good.
So, 100 plus years old. Something like that.
Who is this this young fella whom I did not know ever existed, where his name is like, it's not this name, but it's like this. Meta World Peace. But his name is like...
You don't know Meta World Peace?
No, I know who Meta World Peace is.
On the team?
On our team, yeah. His last name is like World or All-Star. Like he's
our offensive lineman, World?
Yes.
Yeah, he's doing all right, is all I'll say.
What's his name?
Full name. It's early in the morning. I gotta. This is how bad of a podcast this is, everybody. We're like, offensive lineman. I'm not gonna learn their name. No, it's Isaiah World, I want to say.
Okay, yeah. You know,
he got some good blocks in though.
Well, it's the first time they've ever said his name. So that's the first time I've ever seen him exist on the TV screen.
That's the first time you ever heard. I'm sure every once in a while he'll fuck up. I'll tell you that much.
So he's a starter?
Yeah, he's a starter. Isaiah World. He did transfer in, so you're probably a little less familiar with him. But yeah,
I gotta say, we're this many weeks in, and I'm just starting to think maybe we never did a starter lineup at the beginning of the season.
Probably not. Clearly, I had to remember his name. No, yeah, Isaiah World. Yeah, I mean, I always think of the offensive linemen. I got my favorite. I love Poncho, but yeah, he's fucking up too, so he's pissing.
Oh, he's the one who said that.
No, Poncho's our center. He's a star. He's been around the team for a while too. Ulu. Yeah,
You love Poncho.
Everyone loves Poncho.
Well, especially in this house.
Oh yeah, we're Poncho. Oh
yeah, Poncho
I
lives.
forgot your dog's name.
Yeah, my dog's name is Poncho.
Oh boy. I also love that there were some celebrities. There were some celebrities in the stands. I love this, that for Shout, which all the students stuck around for that, and then they kind of ditched, and it was like, I don't blame them. That's right, Ty Burrell from Modern Family. You ever watch Modern Family?
Oh yeah. I was about to bring up, I thought I heard that maybe you were about to start working on a script with him and
That's right.
Julia Bowen.
Julie Bowen. You're thinking of Bowman, the famous Oregon Duck alumni. No.
Yep.
Yeah, Julie Bowen and Ty Burrell. Both
You're doing a
the
script
game.
with them.
That's right.
It's about a small restaurant.
Very hush-hush. Yeah. So they came to the restaurant I work at.
Waiting staff. The games that they play with each other.
They are very nice, which is cool. I did not serve them. I was pissed I wasn't working that day. But they came into this restaurant. I don't want to blow it up. I don't want to blow up their spot. But
for real, I don't know that the seating chart could handle any more customers.
No, absolutely not. They both came into the restaurant basically at the same time, but not knowing they were both going to be there.
Right.
They saw each other like, oh, yeah, like you say, an old coworker's cool. And there's also this funny moment where one of my coworkers was like excited and it's like, oh my God, like Ty Burrell's here. That's crazy. And they were talking at the bar, which is like slightly away from where they were. And they were like, oh yeah, like I can't believe Ty Burrell's here. And then as they're talking about Ty Burrell walks by, which could be an awkward moment, but he hears how they're talking about him, and he just gives him one of these. And the listeners, this is where you have to watch on YouTube, the Quack 12 YouTube. Just gives him one of these. And walks by. Just a little eyebrow wiggle. Which I thought it was very classy to be. You know, when you're that level of celebrity, I think that's pretty funny to see. Like, But okay, so also Ty Burrell. First of all, there was an Oregon Duck exhibition game, which we kicked the shit out of Utah. It was an exhibition game, so it doesn't really matter. But both of them were there, which is cool. Because Julie Bowen, she's got like an 18-year-old kid that's going to U of O. And then Ty Burrell is there because he's just the biggest Duck fan in the fucking world. And
Probably.
he actually came out before Shout and like had a mic and was like talking to the crowd. And he's like, I just got one question for you. Do you want to dance? And like led the Shout. Like he's our big times. He's
That's
our
awesome.
maybe not our most famous celebrity. I mean, he's pretty freaking famous when you've been on a big ABC sitcom forever, but yeah.
Do you remember the heist / comedy movie Celtic Pride?
Is that the one where they kidnap the basketball player?
Yeah,
Dan
Damon
Aykroyd?
Wayans' character.
I've actually never seen it, but I've seen the cover. I've seen the cover quite a bit.
Brother Bear, you gotta watch it. Daniel Stern, I think, and Dan Aykroyd.
There's been a movie.
We need to write that, but it's Ty Burrell super fan for the Oregon Ducks. But like dark.
Kenyon
You know,
Barner.
like he's actually getting really into his feels because they're supposed to be going to the national championship. They've already lost a game. You know, like just tell the storyline.
On it, brother Bear, as you say. They're gonna make a documentary about me if we don't win a national championship this year.
Yeah, we're gonna get him.
Yeah, I'm gonna kidnap someone. No, football player just beat the fuck out of me if I try that. That's the problem.
Coaching staff. That's who he kidnaps. He kidnaps the head coach, Dan Lanning. It's a buddy comedy somehow, but the two of them.
Me too. So we do gotta talk about these guys. The future of the Ducks here. Jordan Davison, De'Aaron Hill Jr. Both these running backs. I mean, De'Aaron Hill didn't have like the biggest game ever, but like every time they're touching the ball, it's fucking amazing. I think many Duck fans, behind our O-line, which seems to be pretty good at running the ball, behind such players as Isaiah World, it would be nice to see maybe more of a focus on running the damn ball. But that's the most basic ass Monday quarterback thing to say. And it's Tuesday. So
yeah.
Today's
and
not today.
I hear you because of the O-line. There's not a whole lot of.
It seems like
there's not a whole lot of extra time to be looking for a 15-yard pass. Yeah. You got to shovel it out within 7 to 10, or just
that's way long. That's like having a year 7 or 10, dude. I wish we had 7 to 10. It's like you got 2 seconds, like. But I don't know.
No, I mean yards.
Oh yeah.
Something you can get off in about a second and a half.
Mm-hmm. Overall, there's so many things you can write off in this game. It's very easily writable. Like, we should just have it in the rear view. We got a bye week. And then next is possibly, I think definitely the toughest game of the season. It's either this or the trip to Washington, because Washington is on the up and up, and obviously they hate us, and that's going to fuel them. But the trip to Iowa, that is going to be tough. And Iowa is the kind of team where it's like, if we were to play a game like this against Iowa, where it's like, we're not passing very well, it's going to be a defensive struggle, that is exactly what that's like the only way they can win. They're not going to have a shootout with you. It's like, that's the whole structure of what they're doing. Right. They would love to be 17-14 at the end of the game. Like, they thrive in those conditions. If it comes down to that, it's like, I still bet on us, because it's like, we also have I would argue our defense is better. I don't know what the stats are. It's like, our defense is really freaking good. Certainly more, I would say, talented than Iowa's. And we do have the ability to have like this offensive level that we can reach, which would be higher than their offense is still, Like they kind of just like bludgeon you until you break. That's the whole idea of the offense. Like their quarterback is not one. Like Dante's a much better quarterback. Our receivers are much better. Our running backs are better. Maybe not our lines, but our defensive line's great. I'm very worried about that game. We'll see what happens. That will really determine what kind of season we have. Because if we're a 10-2 team, who knows if we make the playoffs? And it's more up in the air at that point.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Well, we definitely wouldn't make it to the Big Ten championship. So, what do you think?
I don't know. I think
I can tell.
It is just so funny because when you watch them lose and then you start seeing the cracks.
Yeah.
My tendency whenever I see a crack in a wall is I kind of hyperfixate on that crack, and that's all I can think about.
Yeah, all you think
about
about
I forget
is crack.
that the structure is totally sound. The wall's not going to fall down. There's just a crack.
Well, I mean, sometimes you should be worried about it. Aaron, do you have cracks in your wall? Aaron, you need to fix that shit.
Maybe the O-line is less a crack in the wall and
point,
maybe more of a shift in the foundation.
Didn't you have a crack in the basement walls that you're currently... Am I misremembering that? I thought there was a structural problem at some point.
There was a structural problem.
Yeah.
The wall that's actually back here in this corner, when we first moved in, did have a leak because it's cement brick.
Oh, that's right.
But I found
the
this
leak
cement
and you snuffed
stuff
it
that
out.
I just completely coated in and pushed into the crack, and everything's fine.
Well, that should be good. You'll be good. You'll never be crushed to death in that basement. So this has been some app. This is a 7 a.m. app. That's why
I was just gonna say with that. I don't know that I would mind getting crushed in this basement because I love this place.
I mean, if it was during an episode of Quack 12 podcast where you could get my reaction, like kind of like Ice Cube in the latest War of the Worlds, where I was like, Aaron, what's going on? That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a pretty good app.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, due to the nature of this podcast, it would not be the last episode because we have to go until we win the national championship.
That's right. What would you do with my crushed body?
With your crushed body?
Just set it up.
I think I would cremate it, and I would spread the ashes I would spread them all at Husky Stadium.
How am I supposed to be on the show if I'm cremated and spread it everywhere? What I propose
I think Uli would take
turn
over.
to those early 18th to 19th century photos of the person in the casket standing up.
Yeah, I'm down.
So you can take your photo next to it.
It's just like...
Yeah, just
dead body, just dead. Like, there's like, something's up with those eyes. I like that. It'd be like episode 1 of this podcast that we recorded back in 2017 when it was going to be just me.
That's right.
Some say the best episode. Like our friend Tomasi, who I'm sure is listening this deep into the podcast, and also left this comment on our YouTube. Aaron, you've been working on pressing records, yes?
Correct.
You have a lathe. He said, when we win a national championship, I love that he says win. Yeah. When we win a national championship, I will buy a lathe cut record of the Quack 12 episodes before and after the game, side A and side B respectively. Stuff you should know, cut on an album on their episode about records. This idea brings me a lot of joy now. Well, you bring us a lot of joy, Tomasi, and it's listeners like you that make this show possible. Now,
and just so it's noted, there are probably going to be 2 different multi-disc releases because I can only get 14 minutes aside, and you know how we roll, baby. So it's going to be like 3 discs, an episode, which is like 6 discs, which I can cut you a deal at $200 for that.
No, Tomasi, we're sending him for free. Aaron will cover it.
See, how are we supposed to make money if you keep giving away our stuff?
We will never make money. I think we've made that clear at this point. Speaking of transitions, we have to awkwardly transition into the Hithloday is always right. Pick'em's thing.
Yeah,
Sponsored by
Hithlodays.
sponsored by Addicted to
Hithlopix.
Quack. Hit the Hithlopix.
Pickladays.
The Pickladays. Sponsored by Addicted to Quack, and it never rains.
Not
on this
sponsored.
podcast.
Not sponsored. We just are saying their name.
We just free advertising. There you go. Because he is, and Hithloday will be on the podcast next week to during the bye week to chat. Right now, he's deep in the woods. Deep in the woods. I did not want to know what he was doing. I did not ask any further questions.
Yeah, that's weird because I thought Country Fair was during the summer.
I mean, I don't know what he's doing, dude. It's Halloween, something spooky probably.
Ooh, Halloween in the woods.
Halloween in the woods. So here we go. We got
All right.
our picks.
Oh my God, what if he's at Bohemian Grove?
Dude, he probably runs that shit. You kidding me?
Build-A-Burg. He's a Build-A-Burger.
Is that something, a Weird Al cover of Bohemian Rhapsody, but it's about Bohemian Grove?
In reality?
No, could that be something? as well?
Oh, yes, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yes, in fact, we should write it and show it to him.
Okay, good.
I'll cut it. We'll write it. We'll record it. We'll cut it on a record. We'll mail it to Al. We'll say, "There you go, bud."
There you go, Al. And he said, "How did you get my home address?"
And I say, "I've been watching you for 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
bud."
Favorite Weird Al song? Go.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I always sing
Eat It?
"I'm Fat."
No, it's most problematic, but it's funny. He wears a
Yeah.
fat suit. Come on, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
But the original song I also will sing because that he picked the perfect song to do because it's super
well,
great.
I also like Eat It.
Yeah.
Eat It's funny.
Eat it, eat it, eat it.
Eat it.
He also did a
I love Yoda. You know Yoda in the style of Lola? Yoda. Why Yoda?
There was
Well, I'm not dumb, but I don't understand how he could lift me up just by raising his hand. Obi-Wan, he set me straight, of course. He said, "Go to Yoda and I'll show you the Force."
yeah. He did a New Kids on the Block rip with Oreo.
What does that sound like?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oreo.
He's
What's
our greatest
in
musician.
the middle? The white stuff.
He's a great musician. He's very funny. Did you ever see the Daniel Radcliffe?
Loved it.
It was funny.
Loved it.
The peak cinema is when the idea of covering a song first hits him.
Yeah.
Like another one rides the my baloney.
Yeah.
My baloney. He's like my baloney. It's so funny. Dude.
Honestly, peak cinema is
Yeah.
when you get Daniel Radcliffe in your project to do something very
He's funny.
sideways.
He's very
Yeah.
funny.
He like Knife Man. What is that one called?
Swiss Army Man. I want to
Swiss
see
Army
it.
Man.
By the Daniels.
Yeah.
I like the Daniels. a
Yeah.
lot.
Anyway, Daniel Radcliffe. I adore him as a human.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy. It's amazing.
I would marry him if he asked.
It's amazing he's turned out as well as he has, being as famous as he's been for so long.
Dude, I mean, he went through the rough spot though. He figured it out.
What an ep this is. What an episode this is. Virginia Tech Cal. You know Cal's got this QB I'm crazy about. Well, he ended this game by missing 4 straight passes, double overtime, lost. It was very competitive. They did lose to a team, Cal did, lost to a team that fired their coach, which is always kind of a bummer. Cal's just being Cal, and I know people are always like, yeah, you know, Justin Wilcox, like, yeah, Cal's not that great, but, like, he's the only reason why they're going to bowl games. He's it's like, I'm so fucking glad. He seems like a good guy. Love his connection to Oregon. I'm trying not to sneeze, but, I'm so glad he's not our coach, if I'm being fucking real. He was pretty pissed at how their defensive performance, because they allowed like so many yards, so many rushing yards. They lose in double overtime. I think it's because the Virginia Tech fans really got that shirtless thing going, and
They were doing it too.
They were doing it too, and it to much success. You chose Cal. I chose Virginia Tech. Bing bang.
Dang
boom.
it.
Yep.
I really thought it was the other way around.
Indiana took on UCLA. UCLA suddenly, after going 0-4, but then they beat Penn State, and they were on a winning streak. They won 3 games in a row. Suddenly they were kind of like the little darlings. There was actually super far-fetched that this would happen, but there was a route where it's like, technically, if they won every single game from now on, they would go to the Big Ten championship, and then if they won that game, they would go to the playoffs. I mean, that wasn't going to happen, and it especially didn't happen because Indiana smacked the shit out of them, which is good for – it's good overall because if they didn't – if Indiana lost to UCLA, certainly our quality loss would no longer be quality.
Right.
So it was good. Like Indiana, right off the bat, they got a pick 6. Indiana was at home to – the score was something insane. I don't quite have it in front of me. It was 56-6. Like I had one eye on this game to be like, is it gonna be interesting? Absolutely not. It wasn't. They got Indiana is gonna drive people insane. And let me tell you, this is the state of college football right now, Aaron. It already was a pretty cutthroat business, like for coaches. Like
right.
It was always like.
There's a lot of firing going on right now.
You know that. You've heard that, haven't you? Because it's really picked up.
Yeah, every week there is a new firing or two.
And it's pretty unprecedented, the amount of like, well, we can't fire this guy. We'd have to pay him like $60 million. They're like, nope, gone. We'll pay it. That's nothing. That's chump change. It really felt like ever since Jimbo Fisher got paid like $80 million to get fired from Florida State like 3 or 4 years ago, that really has been the precipice of it, and this year has been more so than ever. Like Brian Kelly got fired at LSU, most likely Florida guys going, most likely Florida State guys going. James Franklin's been fired. Like it's dude.
You know what this is?
What's that?
This is big money business.
Mm-hmm.
Shoring up deals on on the precipice of a terrible economy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're like, okay, maybe we got a little carried away with how much money we were spending on these humans, and we should realize that like we can't actually pay them $200 million over 3 years.
Well, I also think it's them being like, this is us being like, really showing the cards of like $60 million actually isn't that much for some of these places
in the long term.
For for like the people that are really profiting off and like good. Like,
yeah, spending $60 million today when I know 5 years from now I'm probably gonna lose about $300 million in revenue. I'd rather lose the 60 today than the $300 million then.
Well, the other funny thing is it's like Indiana is going to drive people fucking insane because Kurt Signetti came in like he wasn't a nobody, but he was like doing really well on the lower levels. And he's just like, I'm a really good coach. I coach people to play good football. And that's his approach. And he's like, I go to high schools and I find some really good high school players and I teach them how to play college football well. And I focus on that. And turns out that's a really smart idea. And so, like, in 2 years, he's turned Indiana, which has never, ever been good at college football, into the number 2 team in the country, kicking the shit out of the Ducks at home, and truly looks like just fucking amazing. And so already it's a frenzy in what they call the coaching carousel. And so now people are going to be like, It's truly the Iron Man meme of like, Tony Stark built this in a cave with scraps. Like, it really is that, dude. Like, he's gonna drive. He's gonna drive so many programs crazy, and like, this is adding the ballroom to the White House when people don't have SNAP benefits, my man. I know you're a big Trumper. I didn't want to bring.
I was gonna say
No,
it does. I was like, maybe they had to fucking, maybe their donation was a little too big, and so they had to find it somewhere else.
Aaron's not a Trumper. I'm joking. He's an RFK guy.
Dude,
okay.
I only just learned about that whole situation and was shook. I was like, he did
about
what?
Donald. You just learned that Donald Trump is president, bro. This is the second time.
Yeah, I know. That's what I learned.
Well, because you keep voting.
It's like his second time.
You keep being like RFK. He's my guy. I like his funny voice. I like that he's controlled.
I mean,
by
I'm
a
pretty
worm.
pro brainworm.
I'm just controlled by a brainworm. That's where I know we're in a simulation. Is that RFK exists?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very.
They didn't finish coding his voice.
I know. It's just like. I'm the epitome of a healthy male. Okay. Illinois versus Washington. We both chose Illinois. I think it's because we're both. I mean, this is probably just me. I'm starting to get afraid of Washington, not because I think they're like an especially great team, but I'm afraid that they're the kind of team that at the end of the season, if properly motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Their
home stadium?
In their home stadium, and being like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we ruined the Ducks season this year? We'll be able, and like, we got key components on our offense that can kick in if we played like we played against Wisconsin, for example. Like, I really don't want to fucking lose to Washington, dude. And I'm afraid that we might. I don't know. I'm just scared, dude. Washington beat number 23 Illinois. Washington was at home. They beat them 42-25. And they'll do that to you. They only have 2 losses on the season, too, Washington does. So Watch out, my man. We both chose Illinois. There you go. Wazoo versus Toledo. You went with Toledo because you thought it was funny that they had a team, I think, is what it came down to.
Yeah. And I remembered what I was watching is that I was watching that Peacock show, The Paper.
Oh.
It's based in Toledo.
Oh, well, there you go. Is it any good?
It's fine. It's like that other show. It's fine enough. It does its job.
Okay.
They're not trying to, push forward the fucking concept of television. They're literally doing a spin-off of The Office.
It's no Quack 12, is what you're saying.
What?
I don't know. Washington State beat Toledo 28-7.
Dang.
8-7. Interesting season Washington State's having. They've almost had huge upsets. Like, they've been in it for some big games. But, yeah. Let's keep going. Miami, Stanford.
Oh.
I chose Miami. You chose Stanford.
Weird.
Stanford for so long, dude. I was laughing I was so
Oh, no.
excited.
It sounds like you're pulling ahead.
Yeah, I am. So Stanford, for so long in this game, they had a 7-0 lead, and then it was 7-7. And I'm like, does Stanford just have dirt on Mario Cristobal? Because like so many of our worst moments in Cristobal's tenure was losing to fucking Stanford when we were like the number 1 team in the country. And it really looked like for a second, I was like, oh, is this going to happen? It didn't happen. Miami got their shit into gear and won by many, many touchdowns. Miami did win this one.
Dang.
And then Arizona State versus Houston. Arizona State, Sam Leavitt was out, their quarterback. Their best receiver, I believe, was out. They're going against Houston, a very plucky Houston team that had only lost 1 game. So it was happening. Arizona State was ranked, so they had a target on their back, and Houston had a huge lead, I believe, even up until like the 4th quarter. They did. 24-0 or something like that. I didn't actually watch much of this game. I love ASU, as you know. I chose them. You chose Houston because you're a Texas boy. It was a huge freaking lead, and they barely held on to it. 24-16. Houston wins this game.
Wow.
ASU, never an easy out. You did get that one. But Kenny Dillingham, absolutely one of the best coaches in the country. And I know it's like I want him to stay at SU because it's like a heartwarming thing. It's like a cool. I love him there. It's it's where he wants to be. It's like his home. But with all these high level coaching changes happening, I feel like you'd be like, someone should grab him because he's honestly kind of a genius. Like, I think he's so good at building up a foot. If he did it at ASU, man, like, whew, I think someone should try to do a dump truck full of money on his lawn. So you got that one. And then for the final two, I'll just rip off these Band-Aids really quick. Utah kicked the shit out of Colorado. Like, limb from limb, dude. Like, real bad. Not a watchable game. And then we both chose Oregon. So what it came down to...
Hold up.
What's that?
You didn't cover Oregon State.
They didn't play.
Oh.
It was a bye week. My brother. So...
Whew, good, because I was like, I please hope they got a win.
I mean, they got one win, like a lot, like the week before.
That's what it was.
I now have a healthy 46-43 lead.
Wow.
So not crazy. Still one of the most competitive ones we've had thus far this season. I mean, out of every ep we've ever had, I feel like this has been a very competitive race. So now we got this week. We got to do it quick because we got to get you to your job. Your job. Not this one. This isn't a job. This is for fun. Okay, so let's see who we got here. Starting it off, obviously this is the world's last Pac-12 podcast, so we're only going to choose Pac-12 teams. Though we will be rooting. Penn State plays Ohio State at Ohio State. Let's root for Penn State because that could get us into the Big Ten championship possibly. That if we go undefeated and Penn State randomly beats Ohio State, which they never do, they never did under James Franklin, it'd be good for us. That's all I'll say. Anyways,
it's a weird season. Anything can happen.
It's a weird season, my man. Where are these Pac-12 teams? Where did they go? Here we go. Arizona State takes on Iowa State. Both are 5-3. I don't know where the health situation is with ASU. Honestly, that's a coin flip game. I don't even know. Who do you got?
So who was the first team?
Arizona State versus Iowa State. I just love Arizona State, so I'm going with Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
You're
Arizona State.
Arizona State. Let's keep it going. Ooh.
Yep, change it. Iowa State. I'm going the other way.
Iowa State. Okay.
I'm going to play real loose today, baby. I'll tell you what.
Okay, loosey-goosey, my man. I'm loving it. Up next, we have, where are they hiding these Pac-12 teams? Pitt takes on Stanford. A 6-2 Pitt team takes on the 3-5 Stanford Cardinal. I'll go with Pitt. I'm just going with not Stanford, honestly.
Dang it. Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Keep it going.
I really thought you were going to do it.
Number 15, Virginia. 7-1. They've only lost one game. They had a huge upset win against Florida State. Takes on the Cal Golden Bears, who were 5-3, coming off a rough loss.
And I think they're going to get it back. This one going to Cal.
Ooh. I think Virginia's winning this. I'm going with the heavy favorite, because why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Let's keep it going. Ooh, we got an actual Pac-12 matchup here. Arizona, the Wildcats, take on the Colorado Buffaloes. I think Colorado is just straight up ass. I have to choose Arizona. Though Arizona has had a pretty lackluster season as well. They are coming off a bye week. Sometimes it helps you, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going with Arizona.
Huh. I'm going to go with the Buffmen.
You sure?
Yeah. I told you, we're playing loose. Okay. Let's go. I think they got it.
This will be
They
huge.
got this one for sure. Maybe.
Big if true. USC, which is 5-2, travels to Nebraska to take on, I think mid is the best way to put it, a 6-2 Nebraska team. Seemingly, Nebraska only plays close games. They've got the second coming of Patrick Mahomes, or at least he wishes he was. This is a tough one. I'm going with the home dog, Nebraska. honestly, USC is ranked number 23.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I always have a bad time when I bet on USC, so I'm just going.
Yeah, it does tend to ring true, but not this week, baby. Let's go with USC. I think I'm feeling a back in the pack type of.
Back in the pack. Well, then this one, I'm throwing you a curveball on this next one because we got another. This is actually the only true pack, whatever you want to call it, pack 2 game. Because get ready for this, and we're going to have double trouble this season.
Oregon State, Washington State?
You got it. Washington State travels to the Dam to take on Oregon State. I feel like, Oregon State got their first win 2 weeks ago, and they're hyped. They're hyped, and they had a QB change to kind of usher that in, so maybe that's something. They also fired their coach. There may be that dead cat bounce. Wazoo, though, has actually overall, they're 4-4, but has actually had, in my opinion, a good season for the Pac-2. For what has happened to them, I would say they've had a good season. I've actually really liked Wazoo. I'm going with Wazoo. I don't see any reason why you would back Oregon State unless you think it's like, hey, maybe they turn the corner. And it's cool that these two teams play. It's the most 1907 shit you ever seen. Two teams playing each other twice in a season. That isn't like a bowl game or a championship game.
Is it really like 1907 in the fact that this game will not be televised?
Yeah, no. Dude, what are you fucking talking? Oh, wait. I was hoping it was going to be on the Gilmore Girls Network, CW. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's on CBS. So that's huge for them, though.
That is huge.
That is huge.
That's Paramount streaming service right there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to go Oregon State.
Oregon State.
I'm gonna do it.
I appreciate you doing it. I would love for them to do it. Honestly, that'd be fun.
I really wish I remembered my over/under predictions though, because I feel like I might have said in the beginning that maybe they would get 2.
I'm gonna take 2 seconds to see if I actually wrote it down. Listeners, you can hear me flipping the pages
as he scrolls through the tome of the show.
I'm sure
you can
I wrote
enjoy
it down somewhere,
my sultry voice.
I'm not exactly seeing it right now. I'm sure it's somewhere.
He didn't find it, and so the show must go on.
There we go. There's no Duck games. I'm probably watching that Pac-2 game, honestly.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And then finally, because let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whatever. I think we're good. We got one last one. Cincinnati takes on Utah. Cincinnati takes on
I am back in the pack this
Utah.
week, I guess. I'm going with them Utes, baby.
You're going with the Utes for fun. Make it interesting. I'll go with the Bearcats, Cincinnati.
There we go. That's the ticket, brother.
There we go. And with that, so we gotta do let's do a super specific prediction on the true Pac-2 game.
Yes.
Oregon State versus Wazoo. And like I said, didn't I say, yeah, it'll be at Oregon State. This is a tough one, man. Like, who fucking knows with these teams?
This game, the opening drive commentary will be dominated by the fact that this is a pack of 2 and how they will bring up how interesting Oregon has become.
Yeah. and Washington, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
it's sad.
They're going to talk about all the teams that left and helped kind of dismantle the Pac-12.
And destroyed college football in general, yeah.
Yeah. And I also think...
these aren't super specific. This is just a given. You got to give me a little juice here, baby.
Yeah. This will be the first halftime full audience participation us versus them riot. There will be storming the at halftime, storming the field.
Nice.
The bands will literally be hitting each other with their clarinets and flauts.
Nice.
Heads will be going through drums.
I love it. I got 2, and both will need to happen for me to get points, which we never tally for this. There will be someone with a sign or an image or something of Tupac to represent the Pac 2.
Genius.
Yes. And the other thing is, I'm going to say no more, no less, 3 different times they'll try to cut away to it in time, but it'll just be too quick. There will be a Wazoo fan and or an Oregon State fan flipping off the camera because they're just so done with, because they've been fucking screwed over by the man. Honestly, there's no other teams that have been more screwed over than these 2 teams, and they're justified in how much they hate the world.
If anybody can print these off wicked fast,
Yeah.
Another article of clothing deal that you could make wicked bank in the parking lot are those mom jerseys where the sons go to 2 rival schools, so she has a shirt that's both.
That'd be sick. That'd be fucking
for the Pac 2.
Oh.
You could sell hard on those, man.
Oh, dude, sometimes I think like, and I know this is like as naive and asshole-ish as like a young prince that looks out and sees like a peasant and is like, oh, if only I were a peasant, it'd be a simpler life. Like, it's like complete bullshit logic. But sometimes I think like, man, I wish I was like an Oregon State or Wazoo fan where I'm like, yeah, we suck. We're never going to make it to like the championship game or something like that. But maybe it's just a simpler life. You're like, oh, I hope we don't get our asses kicked, and like, oh, we won a game. That's cool. Like, or like, it costs $10 to go to a ticket. No one will ever question that I'm a diehard fan. And like, the world's against me. And like, whatever, fuck you, win or lose, Cougs, booze, beef till I die. Like, it's kind of like, that's college football, man. That's college football.
You just described being like a professional baseball fan, because there's so many teams. It's just like, we don't really do a whole lot of much.
Up until recently, the Mariners fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. God damn, this world.
Crazy.
It's
crazy.
You make a man cry. A chicken pot pie. That's also a Weird Al cover, I heard.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. And please don't sue us, Weird Al. We'll see you next week, everybody. Go to
Quack, quack.
Quack.